Hello, my name is Kate Aveling. I'm an Australian graphic designer of over 20 years experience. I'm starting my first YouTube channel from zero. I'm creating this channel to share my experiences, and this video in particular is to show some transparency with where my YouTube journey has started. And I probably don't have any subscribers yet. Let's jump into the video. I have a few reasons for creating a YouTube channel, and one of the main reasons is that I wanted to show that I'm a human. In the online space now, it's starting to get quite flooded with AI content, lots of people sharing social media that's written by ChatGPT or graphics created by AI. And I just kind of wanted to show that I'm a human. Sometimes when you're working with someone and you want to just have that reference with them online. My past experience as a designer, I've relied mostly on human marketing, in-person networking and word of mouth, which is really not a great strategy for generating leads. And I realized that I don't have a very large online footprint. So part of my reasoning for creating a YouTube channel is to show people that I'm human, and so that people can get a little bit of an understanding of who I am and my personality. Obviously, I'm a bit nervous on camera starting here from zero, but I'm hoping that along the way that a little bit of my personality will start to shine through, and that will make it clear for people whether I'm someone worth listening to or not, or for potential clients whether they want to work with me or not. So that's one big main reason to start a YouTube channel. Another reason for me to start a YouTube channel is to use some of my experience to help some younger designers. In my 20 years experience, I've worked with a lot of printers that do packaging, print, signage, a lot of point of sale materials, lots of physical things that brands use in their day-to-day operations, helping brands with their brand identity design. Over the years, I've created lots of processes and protocols and just different ways of going about things that would probably be interesting to new designers. And I know there's a lot of designers that are putting out content online, but everyone's got their different ways of doing things and why. So the main reason for me starting this YouTube channel is to share some of those behind the scenes processes of how I work, how I make my design decisions, and how to get a project off the ground from speaking to the client all the way through to having something in your hand. I've often helped other designers along the way to get things ready for print, and it really blows my mind sometimes how many designers don't have certain skills with outputting things from digital to print. So I'd like to be able to help with that. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for probably over a year now. It's something that I've been thinking about in the back of my brain, and it's been mulling over. I've listened to all of the content. I've been researching how to do it, where to start, how to write content, how to set things up, and I've realized that I've become one of these people that just researches and sometimes doesn't pull the trigger. So I'm just starting imperfect at the moment. I know that I don't have all the gear. There's plenty of reasons to not start a YouTube channel, and I've had all of the excuses under the sun. I mean, we have gone through a lot of ups and downs in our life. I have a family. I've got a little boy who's primary school age, and so I just wonder how on earth these content creators pump out so much content when they've got families in the background and so many other life things to navigate. I mean, at the moment, I could be waiting until my office studio is ready. I've had an office studio for a number of years in my home. A couple of years ago, our house was flooded, and so we weren't living at home. So I was like, I can't start a YouTube channel now because we're not living in our home. And that was an excuse for a while. And then we moved back to our house, and now my office studio has become the storage room for all the building supplies, which I'll show you in a screenshot in a moment. And that's just become another excuse. So I've kind of realized that the perfect time is never going to happen, and you've just got to pull the trigger and get going. So here I am in my kitchen and my lounge room starting my YouTube channel. Hopefully you'll see the progress as I renovate my studio and house and the changes that are going to be occurring around me in this set. Like at the moment, like the wall behind me is not painted. It's all part plastered, part not, but the top coat of paint isn't on there, so that picture there is probably hiding a bit of an eyesore behind me. But what the hell, you know, just get going is the saying, isn't it? Another setback that's been holding me back from starting a YouTube channel is not having the right gear. And I listen to so many YouTubers that say, you know, start with your phone, just start. And I was listening to it, but in the back of my mind, I was saying, yeah, just start. But I'm a designer. I'm in the industry of making things look good. If my YouTube video doesn't look amazing straight off the bat, then I'm not going to be happy with it. And it's taken quite a long time for me to get into the mindset of just starting, because I realize I will never have the perfect setup. There'll always be a better camera. There's always going to be a better tripod. And if that's the reason that I'm using as my sort of procrastination excuse to not start, then it's going to be a never-ending list. So what I did get to start was this little tripod, which I'll show you in a moment. I'm actually using it right now, so I'll have to go back and edit in a shot of the tripod. It's a little Joby tripod. It's just very simple and it's small. It can be used as a selfie stick. It holds my mobile phone, and I can also pop it upside down, so I'll be able to film what I'm working on if I'm doing sketches or doing anything on the iPad or drawing or anything like that. So I did buy a selfie stick tripod. I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S24 mobile phone, smartphone, and I've got it on the rear camera setting, which is better quality than the front camera setting. So I can't see what I'm recording at the moment. I probably had to do about 20 different test shots to make sure that I wasn't chopping my head off and things like that. So it's not going to be totally perfect. I'm also just using some bullet points on my computer in front of me. And as far as lighting, I've got my ceiling lights on. I still have some holes in the ceilings that I need to patch as we're renovating at the moment. But as far as lighting, I haven't got any soft face lighting, but I have used a builder's light, which is like a little light on a stand. It's probably making me look a little bit green, but that's all I've got to work with. And I thought, you know what, I've got something, I'm going to work with that. I'm not going to let that hold me back. So starting very basic at the moment. So I'm going to hopefully be able to improve as I can afford to buy more gear for my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about the actual first video that I've created, because even though I don't have any subscribers at this point in time, this is not my first video. I filmed a video last week, which is my first video. I filmed that video as part of the Think Media 5-day challenge. Now, I've been thinking about creating a YouTube channel for a really long time, and I really needed to kick up the butt to get a deadline in place so that I had a time frame to actually post my first video. So I used that challenge as fuel to get my first video out, and I was going to post that video last week no matter what. I posted my video. I had the thumbnail, I had the title, but I didn't have the description written out or anything like that. So I posted the video in a bit of a hurry. I filmed it quickly, I edited it as quickly as I could, and I got that video up. Now, to go back and dissect that video, you can go and have a look at it. The video is about whether or not a design degree is useful or not, and some of the things that you might think about if you're going to go to university for a design degree, to help you choose whether or not you should go to university to study design. Anyway, so in talking about my first video, I'd like to go back and just do a quick reflection on some things that I could have done better. Obviously, I didn't have a separate microphone, so a microphone would have made some improvement. I could hear my chair squeaking, and I could hear the aircon in the background humming away a little bit. Because of those sound things, I got a little bit in my head at the last minute and decided to put music over the top. I wasn't originally going to put music over the top. It was a really last minute decision. I had a bit of a scramble of where am I going to find copyright approved music to put on my channel. And then I realized I have an Envato Elements subscription, so I went onto Envato Elements, downloaded a little jazzy number, and I added that over the top of my YouTube video. Now, all of you people that are experienced in YouTube video and editing, maybe you can go back and watch that video and let me know, is it too loud, is it too soft? I got really up in my head about it, and in the end I thought maybe the music is a bit distracting. I don't know whether it added or detracted from the video at all. I'd really love some feedback on that. Some other areas where I could have improved is obviously lighting. I'm working with what I've got at the moment, and I will try and improve my lighting in future. Also, I'm recording in an area that's got tiled floors, so the reverberation of those tiles is having an effect on the sound, maybe some sound deadening, or we are doing our flooring, we are renovating our house and changing our flooring soon. So maybe once the flooring's changed, or when I'm back in my studio, the sound will have a bit better quality. Being a graphic designer means that I'm already subscribed to the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. So I already have Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign and apps like that I use for my design, but it also means that I have Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro as part of my suite. Now, I don't use Premiere Pro day to day in my design business, but it's something that I would like to eventually learn how to use to be able to edit my videos in Adobe Premiere Pro. But on the first video, in an effort to get it out quickly and efficiently, I've used CapCut. It is a little bit simpler to use. It's a little bit more intuitive. I've used it already with my videos on my mobile phone for social media and things like that. So it was just the lowest barrier to entry for me to get my video edited. And saying that, I do know how to use transitions and things like that in CapCut, but for that first video, I just kept it really simple. I tried not to get carried away in all the choices that can throw you off or hold you back with all the decisions that need to be made with different transitions and things you can use. So I just kept it really simple in the end. So if I was to do it again, I would probably be a little bit trickier, spend more time editing, put some more thoughtful transitions in between my shots so it didn't look so cut every time I cut an or an R out of my conversation. Yeah, so CapCut is the way that I went with that. So what can you expect from me with this YouTube channel? I'm going to make a bit of a commitment to myself to try and post one video a week. Now, that might sound like a lot to some people, but it might sound like too few videos for others. I wanted to start this YouTube channel with a little bit of a strategy. Now, my strategy isn't to just go gangbusters and make loads and loads of subscribers straight away. I really want this video to help people, but also to help me improve, to also be a little bit more camera ready, to show who I am and my personality and all those kinds of things. So going after a massive subscriber count isn't on my main agenda, although the more views you get, the more the algorithm will show my video, and then the more people I can help. So I do want to start out with some level of consistency, and I feel like one video a week is something that I can potentially get a hold of. I feel like recording and posting a video once a week it's still going to be hard work, and it's still going to be a lot to fit in with my regular schedule, but it doesn't sound so, it's not overcommitting to the point where I'm going to be in massive burnout, hopefully. If you would like to go back and watch my first video and leave me a comment or some advice, I really encourage you to go and do that, or maybe just some encouragement on there would be great, or even down below in this video. If you are a graphic designer or a creative or someone that's interested in learning graphic design, or even if you're a business owner or marketer or someone who's managing a brand who gets thrown into doing design tasks, maybe this channel is for you. I'm going to be posting tips and tricks for you to help you get your projects looking more professional from start to finish. So please like and subscribe, and go and have a look at my previous video. Thanks for watching.